Let's welcome in a guy who needs no introduction to the folks up here in Boston. First-year head coach for BC, Bill O'Brien. Coach, we just heard from Donovan Ezaraku about how he has high hopes, thinks this could be a 10-win team and even make it into the ACC championship. What is the identity that you want this team to establish in year one?
Yeah, I think like the way that we're working right now is the road to establishing that identity. We want to be a smart team. We want to be a physical football team. We want to be a team that's made up of good teammates that care about each other, and really, like, people will use this phrase a lot, and it is true, like, that understand our process and how we want to, try to get better each and every day. And I think if we stay on that road, which these guys are doing, in training camp, this will be our 12th practice, I think we'll be where we want to be, but in the end, we have to take it day by day. That's a big deal.
Coach, I know you're well into training camp, but from your experience, obviously in the NFL, you won Super Bowls, you won playoff games, and then obviously had a great success in college. What's the difference in trying to develop a pro versus developing a college player? Yeah,
I'll tell you, that's a great question. Somebody asked me that the other day, and in college, you can spend more time with these guys. You really do. You have more time. In the pros, after 2011, as you know, that CBA kind of changed everything relative to the development of players. So we're able to spend a lot of time with them, obviously on the field, but in the meeting room, walkthroughs, but also like off the field, player development things that we do with these guys. We've had a lot of good guest speakers in. We had Chris Herron in the other day. So, to me, it's all about like day by day and teaching them what we believe is important relative to Boston College, relative to football, but also like their futures.
Right.
And so I think we have a really good staff, a great support staff around these guys, a really good coaching staff. And like I said, I think, we're early. We've only been here for 6 months. We got hired in February, but, I think we're on the right track and every day just trying to get better.
From a quarterback perspective or an offensive perspective, you've coached all shapes and sizes, varying, levels of athleticism. You inherit Thomas Castellanos, and obviously dynamic with his feet.
Yeah.
I believe he's an undervalued passer. I think when he can throw the football. Where have you seen his development over the, from the winter conditioning to spring to summer to the 12th day here in practice? How has he developed?
I think what you just said is where he's probably developed the most is in his ability to throw the football. His footwork's gotten better. His understanding of protections has gotten better. His understanding of coverage has gotten better. I was telling you guys before we came on, he comes over here at about 6 a.m., 6:30 every morning, and he goes through the script with the quarterback coach, Jonathan DiBiaso. They do that every single morning. So he has bought into the preparation, as you know, that it takes to be a successful quarterback at this level and obviously at the next level. And I think that's something, if he continues to do, to me, like that's what's so important to me. If you do that and you do that every single day and you have a routine like that, you're going to get better. You guys know that. You're going to get better. And so I think he's really improved in the passing game. He's an electric runner. I mean, he's really good. He's fun. You can't wait to come to practice to watch him practice. He's that type of player. Like we love coming to practice with him.
And with him as a quarterback, of course, he's a leader. But who on the defense have been stepping up as far as leaders and just showing up as players?
Yeah, up front, obviously Donovan has done an unbelievable job. He had a great practice yesterday. I mean, he brought it yesterday. He kind of dominated the practice, and he's a hard guy to block. We move him around. We line him up in different spots. Cam Horsley's had a good camp, our inside tackle. Cam Arnold and Bam Crouch at linebacker have had good camps. Our two corners, I think, are very good players, Amari Jackson and Max Tucker. And then we have a safety named KP Price, who I think is going to be a good young player in this league. So I'm happy with where we are. These guys have, I think 2 days ago we had a scrimmage. I would say the offense got the better of the defense. I think that made the defense kind of angry, and they showed up in a bad mood yesterday. And that's kind of what you want to see. Like, can we keep, competition, keep upping the standard of what we're looking for out on the field.
Bill, I want to get back to Thomas because he speaks about you in a very glowing way. Only 6 months with him, and he's already saying that you're one of the greatest things that have happened to him in his career. How are you able to develop that trust with him?
I appreciate him saying that. We spent a lot of time together early on. I would say, like, right now he spends more time with Will Long and Jonathan DiBiaso in camp, but I do know that we've spent a lot of time. Like, we spent a lot of time. We had a good meeting after the spring game. We talked about a lot of things after the spring game. And I think that was a meeting that kind of helped us in our relationship. And he has a lot of trust. He knows that, I'm putting the work in my role to try to help him and the team get better. And I know that I trust that I just told you, he's out here every morning going through the script. I trust that he's, trying to prepare every single day to be the type of player that we need him to be. So there's a good trust that's being built with both of us.
You talk about getting to spend time with the players at this level. It's different than it is at the National Football League level, but it's also far more players, far more elements going on around their lives. What do you know about this team now that you didn't know when you took the job?
I've been impressed with this team, Tom, as far as like their work ethic, their buy-in.
Okay.
I mean, everybody comes in, new coach comes in, has a different way of doing things, whether it's in the weight room or on the practice field. Doesn't mean that the last coach, Jeff Hafley, did a really good job. I mean, I spoke to Jeff Hafley before I took the job, and he was awesome. We spoke a couple times, and he said this was probably going to be his best team coming back. And I can see what he meant, because these guys work, there's talent. They understand what we're trying to get done. They're smart. They're on time. Nobody's been late to any meetings. They're buying into what we want them to do on campus. They're getting better with, going to class, being on time, sitting in the front row, doing the things we ask. And then they do a lot in the community. These guys give back to the community a lot. That's what Boston College is really all about. It's a man for others. So these guys do a lot of that, and I think I've been very impressed with that.
Fun coaching good kids, right?
It is, man. It's fun to come to practice every day. I think you'll see that. Like, this will be a tough practice because this will be 4 in a row, full pads today. But it's fun because our coaching staff enjoys being around these guys. We enjoy being around these guys. It's been a lot of fun to be with this team.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you practice. Thanks for the hospitality, Coach.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yep.
Just getting started from Fish Fields. Hal, still a lot more to discuss. And guess